Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wellplay Invitational here. First official match in the main event. Yellow Submarine versus Kaipi in a best of three. Should be an exciting match. My name is Dragonjaw, bringing you this one alongside the one, the only Annie. How you doing?
Hey, doing super good. Very excited to see these two teams play. I know I've seen them individually, never matched up against each other, and it's gonna be a heck of a match.
Yeah. Just a reminder, Kaipi, of course, with Mad and Sing Sing. Not all of them tagged up properly, but maybe on paper, perhaps the favorites here for a lot of viewers here. But it's worth remembering that they actually played a couple of days ago in the Pro Dota Cup, and Yellow Submarine ended up winning 2-1. So this is by no means done and dusted, and especially if they grab themselves the Invoker already.
Yeah, but that does leave Kaipi to grab up whatever offlaner they want. They usually pick up Sing's pick first. I've seen him play a good Tide Hunter, an amazing Enchantress, but that's banned out. Heck, even his Nature's Prophet's pretty great, but again, banned out again. I want to see something like an offlane Abaddon from him. I think that would match his very aggressive play style, but we are going to see a Beastmaster.
It seems to be one of these first phase picks nowadays that I see in every single match. I mean, definitely understandable considering that he's just super solid, right? I mean, he if he doesn't get anything out of the lane, he can still go for this Iron Talon build and start jungling again, even without putting extra points into the Axis, which was kind of the very old Beastmaster build. But nowadays, obviously, you go for the extra points in the ball, which in most matchups also helps you win them and get something out of the lane. And later down the line, you have the Roar for the very reliable single target lockdown, as well as the Inner Beast Aura for the push potential. Not to mention the Necro Creeps that has so much DPS, uh, so much single target DPS, especially here to your lineup.
Yeah, so Kaipi going on to their second pick here. They could pick up their mid laner here for Bone 7. What do you hope they grab up here? Do you want to see, something super meta like a Puck that matches up pretty well against an Invoker, or can we see something crazy?
Yep. Crazy? Well, it's crazy that your spirit actually came through here. So, alright, that is a fake Sing Sing in the chat. You're gonna get banned, mister. The real Sing Sing is already in, and that guy is asking for passwords. It's just like,
Yeah, I mean, there is a 2-minute delay on the stream, so when he started
yeah.
asking for passwords, we were all loaded in. Not him, you guys. Y'all are a little bit gullible.
Oh well, that was a little bit hilarious, but yeah, he's not gonna be able to confuse anyone just yet anymore. So just had to deal with that. But yeah, this Earthbird making it through. Is Kaipi scared now, or what do you think they want to pick up against that?
Um, Yellow Submarine, they could pick up something a little bit split pushy that's not going to have to deal with an all-out assault from the Witch Doctor. I think they could go for, let's get crazy here. Let's say a Broodmother. Oh wow, it's banned out. Okay, was not anticipating that.
Well,
That's certainly a interesting third ban.
yeah. I mean, Earthbird and Vulcan, none of these can really deal with that. So just taking it out of the picture, just make sure that you don't run into the trap, right? It's something that you have to keep in the back of your mind. It's something that can very easily just throw your entire draft out of the window in a sense, just lose the game for you with one single pick if you're just caught unawares. But Yellow Submarine, not willing to deal with that. They banned the puck as well for that silence, for the mid-game control. Silence obviously the go-to thing to try and shut down your split as well as the Invoker in a sense. Kaipi, if they want, they can still go for maybe for something like a Night Stalker here as that 4 position. Beastmaster on the offlane, Witch Doctor should be sufficient as that babysitting carry, as the babysitting support, especially for Spectre here. Huh.
Yeah, Spectre is a pretty interesting pick here. I think Kaipi are looking to, get everyone farmed up individually and then just all out global strat, come in, use the haunt, get things rolling. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a Zeus on the side of Kaipi as well.
That wouldn't be too bad. One of the go-to mid heroes hasn't been banned out yet. The Yellow Submarine's probably not gonna take it for themselves. Yes, they already have the Invoker. But hey, stranger things have happened. Um,
Absolutely.
so we'll see what they want to pick up now. They probably won't have another one of these babysitting supports because Earthspell is gonna want to roam around. Also, someone that's maybe isn't as level dependent. It can still stabilize the lane in a way. The Bane comes to mind. Maybe the Lion just this is a bit of extra lockdown. Then a carry that can kind of offset the laning potential a little bit. Someone that can zone at the Beastmaster.
Radiant team
There's plenty of options that the Beastmaster, no, that the other Submarine could have gone for. They go for the Phoenix. So
I like the Phoenix here. I think it's going to add a lot of utility. The Sunray obviously is absolutely fantastic at keeping everyone alive. It's great in team fights, and a well-placed Supernova can absolutely turn the fight. Even if Spectre gets huge, has Radiance, haunts into a fight, you can still zone her out pretty effectively with that egg going through.
yeah,
10 seconds remaining.
yeah, I like that. Not much else
5
to add here.
seconds
Kaipi,
remaining.
uh, I don't know. Good bit of Zeus
Reserve
here.
target.
Other mid heroes up against Invoker. The Phantom Lance actually comes to mind. Coming out of the SEA region slowly but surely being adopted by the other regions as well as one of the pretty good laning counter actually. Might just leave them a little bit thin in the mid game though if that PL gets ganked too hard by the Earthbird early on.
Yeah, PL is pretty situational. He either snowballs up and is just unstoppable, or he's underwhelming at best. So Kaipi, they're going into their fourth pick here. Again, they still need their mid laner. They'd still like a secondary support. What support do you want to see comboed with the Spectre? Is Witch Doctor going to be the babysitter, or is he going to be rotating around a little bit more?
10
Um,
seconds remaining.
I would like to see that babysitting Witch Doctor. Spectre needs
Dire
some help in
team
lane. To just stay alive or at least get some help zoning out the Phoenix. Otherwise, the Phoenix will just be able to spam me with spirits and not really worry. If the Witch Doctor's there constantly kind of harassing it out with that high right-click damage that he has early, that should be enough. So they do have the option to go for more of an aggressive style 4-position hero if they want. Something like a Witch Doctor, not a Witch Doctor, a Night Stalker that I
10
mentioned
seconds
before, a Tusk
remaining.
perhaps, or Spirit Break even. Would love to see that. I
5
don't know if they'll
seconds
run that
remaining.
at all recently. They're gonna go for the Queen of Pain now, one of these other mid heroes that um,
Reserve
provides
target.
that extra magical and pure burst, which you kind of want to have if you run this kind of lineup with the Spectre. It's being able to set up for easy kills. Just blink in, blow someone up, and get some extra help from the Spectre, so you can
Radiant
come in,
team
swoop in,
won.
grab the kill easily. Stark's here now. That
Yeah,
makes things a little bit different here. That would put the Phoenix in a support position. Could also work. And Darkseer up against the Spectre. This is not a good matchup for the Spectre.
Yeah, I mean, the Phoenix I was
10
anticipating in
seconds
the four
remaining.
position just because I've seen it so many times when you are able to max the Sunray, it's much more
5
effective than when
seconds
you have to go
remaining.
for Fire Spirits early just to, hold your own in the offlane positions. So Darkseer, he's going to be super survivable here. He should be
Dire
able to just
team won.
pull in farm. He's not going to have an issue getting early gold. As long as he doesn't get all out ganked, he should be able to get away
Radiant
safely with the
team
Surge. So you really don't have to worry about your offlaner too much if you're Yellow Submarine. You can kind of focus on sending Earth Spirit mid to get some nice ganks with the Invoker, shut down the Queen of Pain, shut down the Spectre. I really like this draft from Yellow Submarine so far.
Yep. For me, it's a little bit contingent on what the Earthsplit can do, though. Sometimes we see Earthsplit just not get at many levels whatsoever. As a result, have very little impacts going forward.
10 seconds remaining.
But I think if they can get that going, then they should be
Dire
fine. But for
team
Chen now, he can do a similar kind of thing, right? He's that more aggressive kind of support that can definitely start rotating around towards the safe lane here, gank up the Phoenix perhaps, or the Darkseer in that sense with a net into Centaur stun, these kind of things. If you get the right creeps, then the Darkseer might be not as safe as he kind of feels like.
I'm actually
Um,
surprised Chen made it so far in the pool. I didn't really notice that he had slipped by. He has the
yeah,
highest win rate in this patch right now, 62.7% win rate when Chen is picked up. So the fact that he is on the side of Kaipi must be pretty scary, but Yellow Submarine pick up a Slark to deal with that. Is that a little too risky? Slark is notoriously a snowballer. Can he get away with a rough start in the lane?
uh, not really. I mean, if Kaipi get off to a good start, right? If Beastmaster's getting his levels, he's getting a quick level 6, and right now I don't see him not getting that. Don't really see him shut down with the early levels from Earthbird and the Phoenix. Really can zone him out a little bit, but Beastmaster can fight back just as well. Then you have a Chen who can also smoke up into the
10
top lane, help
seconds
out the
remaining.
Beastmaster. Queen of Pain is definitely an all-good game in my in
5
my book here up
seconds remaining.
against the Earthbird, the Slark. I don't know, just so many things that Kaipi can pick up to shut that hero down until he gets really, really big with Lincoln Spheres and stuff like that.
Yeah, it'll certainly be interesting. If you have to give a draft win now as we load into the game, Who are you really favoring in terms of taking the early game and just kind of snowballing up to the late game, or do you think there's going to be a pretty aggressive momentum switch?
Well, it's kind of hard to discount the Invoker with Sunstrikes, kind of having an impact all across the map. And in this game, though, you don't really have as good of a setup. You don't have a Bane, you don't have Vengeful Spirit or something with any sort of setup stun. All you really have is the Earth Spirit here if he rolls on someone with a slow, then later on with the stones. But those stuns are not stuns and slows are not exactly long. Kind of hard to actually get on target sometimes. So I actually want to give it to Kaipi here. They're very solid lanes, very solid mid-game transitions here on the back of the Queen of Pain. And the Spectre, oh god, yeah, that Sunstrike. Nicely done, scouting out that teleport actually. From Space Creator 300 here on the Witch Doctor. I believe that is Mad
That is
playing the
mad, yeah.
support here, down here. We've got Ziggy Stardust playing the Spectre in the one position cancel on that Queen of Pain. And that middle lane we've got Knight. I think that is Bufni playing that Chen.
I
And
thought
the
it was
off
Come
lane
With
for
Me.
Kaipi. It could be as well, yeah, I have no idea. They don't use the proper names, but well, Sing is Sing Sing up
Yeah,
here in the top lane on the Beastmaster.
I think I've got a solid handle on Kaipi's lineup right now. We are going to see Keck here playing the Earth Spirit. Dale is going to be on that offlane Darkseer over here towards the top rune. We have Arts on the Slark. I love OK, GG, well played on the Invoker. And finally, Nosik on the Phoenix.
That is Yellow Submarine versus Kaipi here, and our first best of 3 of the Wellplay Invitational main event. My
30
name is Dragon
seconds
I'm
to
joined
go.
by Annie. Let the games begin. Looks like a 1-for-1 rune shade here. Top rune is being secured by Yellow Submarine. Bottom rune, plenty of heroes around here to make sure the cancel can get his one for the Queen of Pain. So, no early aggression just yet. These wards have not been counted out, even though Yellow Submarine was able to scout out the teleport with that Sunstrike earlier. And Phoenix,
The
no take, are you
battle
gonna go for
begins.
this? You probably shouldn't. He goes for the swoop in. A little bit too early by the looks of it. Doesn't quite get it now. As a result, takes a lot of right click damage here. Ziggy Stardust unable to really follow up. Going for the Desolate first instead of the dagger. I could have
Yeah,
actually netted them
that's
the kill if they got that extra slow there.
I don't mind the Desolate because I knew Phoenix was alone. You just get a little bit extra damage, and you give her a solid warning. Now Phoenix has to be a little bit more careful. Has 5 tangos. Started out with 6, as there was 2 shared in the mid, and now Invoker going up against Quap. Who should win this matchup?
Early on, definitely give it to Co-op here just because of the Shadow Strike. Invoker not really able to do much against this until he gets like Force Spirits um, as well as the Cold Snap really up and running to some decent levels. And by then, Queen of Pain is always going to have the bigger kill potential outside of some rotations here, which you definitely have to look at. Kek on this Earth Spirit, looking to make something happen now, scouting out the Sentry, at the very least. Not quite getting that Observer Ward, keeping an eye on the lane.
Yeah, for now we have both offlaners playing super aggressively here. Darkseer has barely left wave experience, always up, always fighting. And of course, we know Sing's style is just get up in the action. He's been whacking on the Phoenix a good amount. Phoenix forced to continue to gobble up the tangos. He's going to run low on regen
Oh,
eventually.
he's gonna get
Phoenix.
caught by the pounce. Looking for a couple of extra right clicks here. No support for artists to keep Sing Sing in place a little bit further, but gotta watch out for this. If there's any sort of help, even with some damage over time from the Phoenix, or if the Earth Spirit is up there as well to follow up. And Beastmaster's tanky, but not as tanky as he could survive long against 3 heroes munching away at you.
Yeah, we're going to have Earth Spirit being a nuisance here. He's sitting only at level 1. You really want him to get that level 2 or 3 before he rotates to mid, and I think a rotation to mid is well in order. You want to set up this Invoker for the best mid-game fights possible.
Yep. Invoker so far, 1 and 2 in terms of last hits, is just kind of annoying. Up against cancels 9 and 4. Top lane though, might see an engagement here. Sing takes a little bit of damage here, but hey, almost brings down Notsick first. Here, Fairfire will keep him alive. Maybe not. Maybe not long enough. This cancel comes in, looking to try and trade for Artis as well. Should grab that kill with the right clicks. Verifier, self, Artis, he gets it! Oh no.
What a bloodbath. Meanwhile, down bottom, first blood was spilled, as I believe Witch Doctor took out Kek, who just went a little bit too far into his turf, but so far it's 2 for 2 within the span of 15 seconds, so we're gonna see the blood train rolling here.
Well, kind of a slow start to the beginning of the match, and then all of a sudden 4 kills on the board, as if As if this was always the case. We see this aggression coming out, but hey, there in the bottom lane, he's still doing well, right? This Darkseer not really being shut down with the Earthbird committing so much time down here, trying to leech some of that experience. He is now level 2, so he can roll on to Space Creator if he had just had a little bit of extra aim. That would have worked out.
Yeah, I think this Earth Spirit needs to start rotating. Darkseer's going to be fine on his own. He's going to take some right-click harass, but should be able to heal up. He does have that salve. He has the Soul Ring if he needs that extra mana. So he's feeling
Big
good.
rotations. Middle lane, we can see the Chen coming in, cancel with the aggressive blink into the Shadow Strike follow-up from that Centaur stun. Easy kill, especially with the Satyr Tormentor here. Cancel, picks up that one for himself. And, well, talking about the Darkseer doing well, Invoker not so much. That's his first death, only 9 last hits, almost 4 minutes into the lane. This is not going to go well, right? He might have to go for this Aquila build, just get some extra stats, get something going, but it's definitely not going to be a quick Midas for him.
Not going to be a quick Midas at all. We saw there the Earth Spirit just rotated in way too late to have any real effect. Tried to kick a boulder, tried to do something to help, but he needs to be camping that mid a little bit more than he is. The big hope here for Yellow Submarine is going to be the Slark, who's had pretty uncontested farm. Darkseer as well. We saw he's just going to, rake in the gold. Ion Shell is fantastic for early game farm, and he can always be applying pressure, always keeping Kaipi a little bit on their toes.
That being said, though, Ziggy Stardust on the Spectre here, he's actually been doing a good job keeping up in terms of CS, despite all those constant Iron Shell arrests. He's sitting at 21 compared to the 20 of the Slark.
Oh, mid lane. Looks like there is going to be a Centaur. Wants to go in for a stomp, but he's going to get backed up. Can they get one more hit? They do. They get the nuke from the Satyrs, so Chen actually securing the last hit on that.
Keg, once again, just a couple of seconds too late to try and help and turn this around. This is starting to stack up, right? Chen making the most out of these rotations, creating so much space, and yeah, Spectre's in a position where don't really care too much about the Darkseer, just kind of deal with all these Ion Shells and accept that this is something that is not something that you can really do much about, so instead just put on pressure on the other lanes. Of course, with the defensive blinks, I mean, oh god, top lane. Take Bay out? Okay. That's kind of downside of a Phoenix support, no real way of cancelling TPs of any sort. Sing Sing will be fine.
Down bottom, we've got Dale playing so aggressively here for a Darkseer. He knows he needs to have the best impact possible with those Ion Shells, but Witch Doctor does have some pretty solid kill potential. Not opting to skill the Maledict just yet, but Spectre's sitting with 3 points in the Spectral Dagger and can certainly chase down that little dude.
So it's gonna come down to if the Darkseer uses the Surge maybe a bit aggressively, or if he is spamming too many Ion Shells that he doesn't have mana or Soul Ring cooldown to make that happen. Or if he just positions himself badly right next to his range creep where the cast can really bounce between these two. But now,
This is gonna be it.
there's a stun coming out from the Centaur here. Waits a little bit here, cancels that even to allow for the cast to have that initial stun. So nicely done.
Yeah, they wanted to keep him locked down for as long as possible, and it's super successful now as Chen, he's doing exactly what he needs to do. He's 2-0-2 right now, only level 5, so he needs to soak a little bit more XP before he's ultra useful with that Hand of God, but his creeps are ideal now. I think that Satyr is like 2-0.
Comes in. Where are you at? You're on the middle lane. Cancel with that ultimate, ensuring that the Invoker dies for a 3rd time this game. Yeah.
It's
That is
rough,
now
man.
But a 275 gold for cancel. We can actually take a look at the 5 recap. Yeah, it's Tim taking that. Spectre also getting a piece of the pie, and then straight back to farming towards the bottom lane. Top lane, same time. Artis, I mean, he's still farming as well. The question is, can he have the same kind of impact that the Queen of Pain and the Beastmaster can have? Because Beastmaster as well, Sing Sing, almost level 6. So once that Roar comes online, might actually see the focus shift on the Slark as well.
Yeah, I think Slark has had just a little bit too much space. That's been punishing the Invoker absolutely perfectly, but now Arts is doing pretty well in terms of last hits, sitting at the top of the chart. He's going to be getting his items soon. We are going to have a rotation here, as Mad does not want to let him have any more free time. And Phoenix is only level 5, so no egg for that bird.
In the mid lane, see this level 3 Earth Spirit not having an impact whatsoever, and this is kind of the trouble that you run into. If you don't find these kills, if you don't find these
Oh, middle.
pickoffs, you're just a free guy to pick up, unless you get the roll out, cancel with the blink after. Kek not really getting far enough, will be nuked down. Cancel once again, that's the Queen of Pain on the killing spree. 8 minutes into the game, so that'll mean quick boots, quick, you probably should have the, oh god, my binds. The update killed my binds.
It really
Can't
did.
look at
I
the
got
courier.
like, free cam on. I got nothing.
Oh man. But yeah, courier bringing out the treads. That's what I was wanting to check. Probably, it's definitely an awkward game now, right? If you have this kind of farm early on in the game, now add a tower on top of that, actually, won't getting the proper last hit on that.
I mean, one creep is feeling really, really successful there, but yeah, overall, Radiant, they're starting to run away with this. It feels like every lane has gone pretty successfully for them. Down
Invoker.
bottom.
He's forced to back into the jungle, but even that isn't safe at all.
Oh, he got suicide with the Forge Spirit. He got his eye off.
Alright, that was
crazy.
that was a big play. Arthas now trying to trade. Spectre Horn comes in though. Cancel actually gets locked down by Kak, finally having an impact on the fight, so it's a one down. The biggest hero on the side of Kaipi. Now the cat's bouncing back and forth between the creeps and Kak. We'll see him fall though, as well as Notek, and now Dale a little bit tardy to the party. Unable to get any help done. Able to provide any help in this particular middle lane, but Arthas at least he ended up surviving, farming more, looking for Midas of his own. I would wanted to check it, but now, yeah, there it is. The recipe already on the courier. I don't know. I'm gonna have to find, see, Dota.
All my binds are totally messed up and my console won't open. We have a smoke down bottom. Invoker and Keck finally grouping up, finally trying to get what they need here onto Ziggy Stardust. There's going to be a roll in. He's going to take a cold snap right to the face. There's going to be a Sunstrike as well. He does not walk into it, but he's getting very, very low. He's still silenced. Can Ziggy Stardust juke? Come on, Bone 7. You can do it. Goes in with a Spectral Dagger to try to pass through the trees. There is going to be a cancel coming in on the back lines. Goes in with the Scream. Secures a kill onto the Earth Spirit. He bit off more than he could chew. They all trying to chase down Cancel. Cancel going through. There's going to be some more rotations in. A Spectre now feeling a little bit healthier, taking an earn here from Space Creator 3000, going in with the ultimate. I love okay, GG, well played, should be the next to fall. Goes in with the Sunstrike, might get the kill on good Cancel as the Darkseer's wall has been dropped. They are going to get the kill onto the Queen of Pain, and now it's going to be Witch Doctor running for his life. Ziggy Stardust does not have enough mana for the Spectral Dagger, so this is going to be the disengage. Man, in terms of fight recap, that was actually kind of even. It favors the Radiant just a little bit.
At least in terms of the metrics here, with Spectre getting quite a bit off of that. At the same time, they did bring down Cancel once again, and Invoker with the Sunstrike setting up for the wall. And Force, but also still getting that money. So this is something that he needs, right? He needs to start building that Midas as quickly as possible. But hey, meanwhile, might actually get the Chen up top here. Arthas misses a jump, has a couple of creeps here, just a zone for him. It won't turn into anything. At least chasing him outside of the jungle, trying to reclaim that Fearless Submarine to get that farm going their way again. But yeah, as soon as the Invoker gets Midas, you kind of start the comeback a little bit, just in terms of levels, and that's all you really need to be able to make plays, no matter how much farm you end up having. Obviously it helps having a Yule Scepter, having anything really. But as long as you have levels, you can still have an impact on the Invoker. Right now he's lacking.
It's looking pretty rough if we look at overall XP and net worth. It's pretty heavily in favor of Kaipi right now. 5,000 net worth at 10 minutes in the game is really nothing to sneeze at. That's pretty solid. Down bottom, there could be another kill going in favor of the Radiant as Sing, as well as Witch Doctor. They're grouped up and they want to find this Darkseer.
They will not though. Dale, a little bit too much game sense perhaps. Also the ward, seeing what's happening down near the river. Will not see Cancel though, scouting out further ahead with that invis rune, but they will have known that he picked it up in the first place, maybe? Who knows, who knows? Trying to set up for something with everyone kind of huddled around this tier 2. That they're just gonna go finishing up this tier 1, the last remaining tier 1 tower on the Dire side. Oh man, I like these attack indicators, they look pretty cool.
Oh wow, it's like a little color thing. Yes, it's the first time I've played since the update went through. I feel like Kaipi just are going to roll into the late game with this because they're not playing on a timer. The later they wait, the better the Spectre's going to farm, the more impact the Queen of Pain's going to have because she'll have more items. And
there it is. Roll comes in. Sun not quite coming out yet. The cast bouncing in quite well. Plus the effort from the trees. Doing so much work here. Bring down Kag as well as Dale now. Almost here, not quite yet. He will get nuked down at the end of it all. Phoenix Sun comes out, not really doing too much though. No one's quite dead yet on the side of Kaipi. Arthur's trying to clean up, bring everyone low, but there's the mechanism coming out. Cancel, joining the party with a bit of AoE. Arthur has the ultimate going, but the roll will be purged off by the Dark Pack. It doesn't end up mattering here. Plenty of nuking power between this 5-man squad on the side of Kaipi. And that is a big win, not just in terms of kills, but also in terms of objectives here. They're not just only gonna claim the tier 1, but also the tier 2 tower, and perhaps Roshan as well if they really want to. Got the aggressive vision securing that for him too.
That fight was huge for the Radiant. If we look at over our individual net worth breakdown, Slark was sitting on top at the beginning of that fight, but now Arts has fallen to 3rd position. Now in the top 6 net worth slots, only one of them is Dire. The rest of the Radiant outscaling all of the rest of Dire.
Roshan following decently clicky here. Sunstrike came out, scouted to confirm that this is what's going on. Yellow Submarine, they're on their way in here, but they're lacking the big ultimates. They don't have the Phoenix Sun, they don't have the wall, they don't really have anything, so best they can hope for is maybe for an Aegis steal. Kaipi, unable to really finish it off quickly before Yellow Submarine can get into position. Being
Nice
annoyed quite a
boulder.
bit by these boulders, yeah. They want this though, they commit for it.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen right now? Cancel is sitting on the ultimate, has that ready to go. There's no Beastmaster promo roll for 5 seconds, but it's going to be a clean Roche in favor of the Radiant. Forward Spirit's picked off. I'm struggling to see how Yellow Submarine get this back online, because Slark is a hero that needs to be spoon-fed kills. He scales really well with kills, not just free farm time. And, you know, he has a Midas and Treads, and really what else compared to Spectre and the Queen of Pain and the heroes that have been massacring him all game.
You know you're in a bad place if you're the only one who's even close to the top of the net worth chart. And your next highest farmed hero is below the 5th position on the other team. Right, the Starks here, even though we've been talking about how he's been farming well, he hasn't finished up the mechanism just yet. He is below the Witch Doctor in terms of net worth, who has the Glimmer Cape, has the Urn of Shadows. Chen has even more, he has a completed mag, completed Arcane Boots. He can go for an axe pretty damn soon if he wants to. Or perhaps just finish up the Guardian Greaves first, which we also sometimes see. And the Invoker, right? That's the biggest story. Invoker, just not having anything to play with. He has Treads. That's it.
This is going to be a huge smoke bank for the Radiant if they can get it off. They're going up under the tier 2 tower. They're looking... Are they going to be able to find the Phoenix here? No mana for that ultimate. Has the Mango to gobble it up, but we'll see what ends up going down. Radiant are so aggressive right here.
Oh, the Booker, yeah.
Nothing on it, but it's still a dead donkey.
Smoke gank on the courier, definitely worth it here, and them revealing themselves means that the Yellow Submarine can't really farm the jungle whatsoever here. This Observer Ward also making sure to set up for any further aggression later down the line. Or at least makes the tier 2 very, very safe to take. This is just Kaipi systematically shaving objective of objective, tower after tower away from Yellow Submarine's side of the map.
Yep, so we got Shen army wailing away, Necro creeps as well, we got boars going through. Beastmaster actually holding on to the Necros, so maybe they go for a tier 3 push off of this.
Yeah, they could, I mean, they have the Aegis. They have all the spells out of cooldown. There's not even level 6 yet on the Earth, but...
Oh,
so,
that's brutal.
16-minute high ground push on the back of the Shen.
Yeah, there's the Necro.
The nuking potential of teamfight power that you have between the rest of the heroes.
Meanwhile, Slark, he's sitting down there, he's trying to do something for his team. We got the Wild Wing Ripper rolling through with the tornado, keeping everyone back.
Oh, there it is,
He's
rolling it
keeping
back,
from
not quite
Arts.
connecting onto Sing Sing. Nosa comes in with that Sun, he evacuates into the wall, doing a decent amount of damage, but now Chen comes in with the heals from the Guardian Greaves as well as a little bit. 1, 2, 3 down, it's cancel, cleans house and back lines, loses the Aegis to Arthas, but that's the only casualty that they have to mourn as Siggy just zoning them out. Canceler blinks for the double kill at the end of it all. Coming back from that Aegis with full mana. And this is a set of racks. This might just be close to GG as well with the advantage that they've gotten off of this.
Yeah, I mean, we're 16 minutes in, but it feels like this could be 30 minutes with the advantage that Kaipi has right now. There is going to be Slark going around from the backside, getting sent back from the Chen, keeping the Witch Doctor safe for now. He's looking, but he might get punished for this, gets stomped up, and, well, he's not going to be able to catch up to anyone, trying to go in, get some revenge on the boars and the horses, but no real heroes going their way.
Yep. Well, Cancel being sent back, they couldn't have really busted him down quickly, especially not without that ultimate, but then again, he has another inverse now, he has the Orchid, I was calling
Oh
earlier, and he
no.
finds Arthas inside the jungle. Needs a little bit of extra help, I feel, to actually bring him down. No one's kind of making their way up there just yet, though. Even there's the Witch Doctor. Therefore, he's gonna go for it at least in a month. Actually, is that gonna be enough
High
damage?
ground.
It is. Never mind.
Okay.
I was underestimating his skill power here.
I was anticipating the Orchid wearing off too soon, and then it'd be, you know, you really don't want to all-out man fight a Slark unless you've got a big advantage going for you, and, well, Cancel is kind of stomping him in terms of net worth, now sitting at the very top of the chart. Slark has fallen down to the 5th position again. He's the biggest on his team, but the only person he's surpassing on the Radiant is the Witch Doctor.
Problem is as well, the net worth that the Slark does have does not help you whatsoever in this kind of situation. I mean, it's the Midas, obviously not a fighting item, and then it's the Blink Dagger, and if you're the one being initiated on, you're not going to be able to use that at all, so that's more than 4,000 golds kind of dead weight from the Slark, so all you really have to fall back on is your levels, which is quite good, but obviously can't use that ultimate due to the silence. Even that is not going to do too much for you, so it's like, what do, right? Cancel gets caught with the stone here, should still be able to blink out, or just at least gets Glimmer caped up, sent back, not taking any chances of taking down that tier 3. This poor Earthspirit man, though, like, can't help but feel for Kaki in this situation.
I mean, if we look at the high ground defense of Yellow Submarine, because now all the exterior towers are out, what do they really have? They have the Darkseer vacuum wall, they've got a couple boulders rolling through, they've got fire spirits, but it's not a lineup that I feel can turtle for 20-30 minutes and come back from a huge deficit. I think this is going to be a slow, painful spiral.
Yeah. They have some damage over time with the Iron and the spirits, as you said. But they have nothing that can just instantly annihilate a creep wave and keep the backdoor region from turning on. So if Kaipi want, they can just keep going for these sandbag tricks as well if they want to, right? If they really feel worried about taking a team fight, which they really shouldn't at this stage, they can just then send Ziggy on the Spectre or the Queen of Pain, anyone up there with the sandbag already going. Throw out a couple of right clicks on the building and then just be safe anyway.
I mean, Keck is just having such a tough time here. His net worth is like 1,100. He's got basically 4-minute items, and we're 20 minutes into the game. He's been going through, he's decently leveled, he now has his level 6, so he's not, you know, he's not really struggling, but it feels like he's just way far behind anyone on the Radiant.
It just comes back to laning stage. I mean, not being able to find anything down on the bottom lane, even though the Witch Doctor is someone that you can pick up, especially if you have the combo with the Darkseer Iron Shell on top of the Earth Spirit, but just hasn't been able to hit the rolls, hasn't been able to find these kind of things, and now the Smoke Gank will not do anything for them. It's Kaipi knocking at the doorstep once again, forcing the TPs back. And now 2 lanes, 3 lanes being pushed in, nowhere for Yellow Submarine to go, but home. Try to mount any sort of defense.
Yeah, I mean, Cancel's double damaged up. It will wear off very soon. There's going to be a
rolling
boulder
back. Arthas comes in and nice little vacuum onto the wall, into the combo. They're doing as well as they can, but Cancel able to survive for the time being. Is being sent back as the rest of the team still fighting up. That's Phoenix going down, Invoker and the Darkseer. Everything else, Witch Doctor channeling Deathward, not even caring the heal, keeping him alive up against everything that the Yellow Submarine have to offer for quite a while. He's still staying alive. Arthas kind of finishing him off with the cast comes out. Oh. Shen with the creeps and just a right click, he'll just be able to bring him down. Triple kill for this guy. And the GG well played is called. If you can't even kill the Witch Doctor, then you know you can't win the game. And this was a swift victory if I've ever seen one.
This was Yellow Submarine. They picked a very snowball-oriented draft, and it didn't get online. I think one crucial flaw was they didn't bring the Earth Spirit around to rotate early enough. He stayed in bottom lane a good amount of the time and needed to be mid, needed to be defending that Invoker. I wouldn't have even hated a dual lane of the Invoker and the Earth Spirit, just keeping him safe all the time against the harassing Quap, and well, Kaipi, they got what they needed to. They got their Beastmaster having a successful lane. Shen obviously had the time of his life with those creeps. Spectre had free farm and Cancel was rotating in for kills all over the place. So 20-minute victory for Kaipi. Let's go into game 2 and see how they do with that.
And that'll be happening in just a couple of minutes, so don't go too far away.